Well, I've been pretty lukewarm on praise for shows thus far looking at fall 2019, with most of them being pretty damn boring to be honest. So I think it's time I talk about a show I can definitively say is okay. Probably because it's comfortable in its skin and knows its audience well, while managing to mix things up enough to be engaging, so it becomes a comedy about its main subject rather than a show attempting humor or completely ignoring its main premise entirely. Also because, who wouldn't want a lighthearted sports anime about cute girls? Literally no one. Time to answer the question. Is Rifle is Beautiful good? So right off the bat, let's dispel any delusions of grandeur about this series you may be harboring. If you came here looking for an anime about rifle shooting, for one expecting actual guns, you'll be sorely disappointed, but I'll ask that you stick around for a bit. This was based on a 4-coma, so expect a ton of fast-paced, barely linked scenes flying in your direction. I wouldn't even say that the comedy is particularly hard-hitting, as this is predominantly a slice-of-life show about girls in a sports club with a common interest. That's not to say they don't compete or try to win, but that's just not the goal for the entire series. Sort of avoiding the typical sports anime tropes, which I think might make this a good break between high-action intense series for those interested in sports anime. Instead, we focus on a group of 4 girls coming together to become friends and striving for nationals in their niche sport. There's a lot of fun and cute stuff as the main girls struggle and build some character with the backdrop of getting better as the glue to hold those moments together, making a more coherent package than many other slice-of-life series. It fits as a better framing device, I feel, than just a group of friends in high school hanging out and talking about anime or what have you. It breaks up the monotony of just pure jokes by going into competitions and such regularly enough that you get that hype and engaging itch scratched, but at the same time, knows how to build those moments while keeping the comedy tone present. They don't feel completely separated in this series, so definitely props for that. The typical hard, big shot hurdles as rivals are subverted pretty well to show a sort of camaraderie between even competitors. The one girl is said to be a really good shot, and their club is one of the best. But when the girls go and meet up with them, they expect the team to be standoffish and rude. But their entire team is pretty nice and friendly. Their president, as is typical in sports anime, is supposed to be the best at the sport in their school. And while she is, she's not some imposing force for the team to go up against. She's pretty chill, gives them some pointers, and has fun. Which is why I think this show stands out among slice of life and sports anime. It marries the best of both worlds, with nice, likable characters from 4-coma comedies, with the engaging moments from sports anime. And for that, it has my praise. Our main cast is a ditzy girl who sucks until she gets fired up, her more serious but caring friend always looking out for her, a tsundere rich girl who views her friends as rivals and comrades, and a kudere who thinks she's better than everyone but lucks her way through things more often than she lets on. I think these rely on tropes just enough to get our bearings with the characters, before building them up more by adding hopes, dreams, relationship dynamics onto them over the course of the show in a steady organic rate. And while the jump to friendship seems quick at a glance, you can see there's uncertainty and genuine moments of bonding between the cast. Animation here isn't bad either. It's more of that typical 4-coma simplistic style and cutesy design that, I will admit, I have a soft spot for. Characters have the same general head shape, with eyes and hairs being the only thing different. Throw in a large chest for added nerd points to win over the audience. But where it's easy to dismiss the simplistic designs breaking down into chibi animation for a shortcut on cost, there's effort put into specific scenes that make me think twice. Sure, it has those moments where the animation is simplified, but it never does it in a way that feels cheap or rushed. Instead, it's for a gag or to add personality to the characters, which is what that stylistic whiplash is meant for. To show how much of a ditz the main girl is when she forgets something or pictures the wrong thing during an otherwise serious moment, like suiting up for her match. And these camera movements with the guns are honestly pretty damn nice for a show I'm imagining didn't have that great of a budget. It's one of the few instances where CG is blended well with traditional animation. And while the movements feel a little too smooth at times, the characters actually look like they're holding the weapon at least. And it does feel like there's actual weight to it, not like it was simply dropped on the scene. So while I like elements of this series, I find it to have the common problem most slice of life shows have, and it's that I'm not exactly excited to watch this show on a weekly basis. Sure, the characters are nice, the premise is interesting, but the 4 aspect gives it a very pick it up and put it down at your leisure vibe. This is probably a show I think people would get more enjoyment out of watching in a solid chunk on a weekend or what have you. Because as it stands, it's not doing much to distinguish itself in an already oversaturated market. I feel like this show, while enjoyable enough, won't stick in my mind in a season or two because it lacks that wholesome feels I got from something like Hitori Bochi, which is honestly a minor complaint. I don't expect every series out there to be an instant classic, as most people looking at this are just searching for something to watch in the moment for a little bit, and this'll certainly fulfill that for you. So, is Rifle is Beautiful good? It's okay. I like it for what it is, and for the bit of melding between two genres. Check it out this season because I don't think you'll regret it if you like slice of life comedies. Hey, you made it to the end of the video! Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and do all that other YouTube stuff because that really helps me out. Thanks for watching.